All right, so now this. If you went out to eat in Portland 30 years ago, you might have grabbed a burger at the Sportsman's Grill, or maybe you had some pasta at the Village, or maybe you had some seafood at DeMillo's. Good restaurants, just not a whole lot of them back then.
But to get to whatever restaurant you decided on, you might have had to walk past a slew of open storefronts as the local economy was struggling during that time. Not anymore, though. As we know, Portland is a booming food scene, one of the country's top food and beer destinations, and currently holds the title as Bon Appetit magazine's #1 food city.
All right, so how did we get here? Well, this week we're going to take a deep dive and find out, beginning with tonight when we meet the new rock stars, the chefs.
And the albacore tuna, the half chicken, and the pork copa are the entree options of the night.
Do you have any poached eggs over there?
2 salmon are going 63.
2 birds?
It's Friday night, and Portland is hopping.
So that's the spicy, spreadable pork sausage.
Order in halibut.
Gonna go to 24.
Got a halibut coming at me, yeah?
I have the falafel here for you.
The restaurants are packed with tourists and locals.
Don't miss items for the night. The sweet potatoes are absolutely fantastic.
It's a cacophony of clattering plates, clinking glasses, and happy chatter.
How's it going? Good to see you.
People winding down after their week with a drink and a great meal.
Mushroom broth.
Amazing smells are wafting from ovens and grills all over town.
So good. Enjoy.
Whoever said Portland was just a summer tourism town hasn't been here lately. It's late March, the shoulder season, and the city is rocking. And so is Matt Ginn, the executive chef at Evo Kitchen and Bar in the Old Port. Thanks in large part to the Food Network, chefs are the new rock stars.
Who will be chopped?
Matt's been on the show Chopped 3 times, winning twice.
Congratulations. Well done.
And while he's slightly embarrassed by that rock star comparison, he has to embrace it. Diners are coming from far away to see him cook and eat his food.
You have people coming to watch the show, watch the choreography of the cooks moving, plating, listening to calls, and the theatrics of a dinner service. And you can really feel that the energy the guests really enjoy interacting with the cooks and watching the production of the food.
That's only possible because Evo has an open kitchen, a concept that's relatively new in the restaurant world, but it's been crucial to the foodie movement. Used to be cooks didn't want you to see what they were doing. What you didn't know wouldn't hurt you. But now most of the top restaurants in Portland have open kitchens. It keeps the cooks on their toes, keeps the diners engaged. But Matt says there's no room for error, and it has to start with fresh, local ingredients.
You cannot compare a tomato, an eggplant, or a pepper that I can get grown here locally in the summer to anything that I'm going to get in California in the off-season. There's just no comparing a tomato that's never seen a refrigerator versus a tomato that has.
You give these cooks fresh local food and a license to create, and you just can't go wrong. While Evo is relatively new in the Portland food renaissance, Fore Street is a powerhouse. It's been reeling in eager customers and racking up awards for almost 25 years. A top 50 restaurant in the U.S., best chef in the Northeast, and on and on. It's a must-stop among many stops when Lindsay and Albie Casatli come up to Portland.
Well, there's really, all the restaurants are spectacular, and it's always a challenge when you come up to Portland. It's like, where do you go?
25 sea bass, 49 hangers, 20 lamb chops, and then we'll be going into turnspit leg.
A few hours before the rush, the chefs have their pre-dinner powwow. Fore Street uses only locally sourced food, so they cook what they can get their hands on. And that means the menu changes nightly, which makes it fun for the chefs and makes it fun for the diners. And fun is crucial. This, after all, is the age of the dining experience.
When you watch people in the dining room just transfixed by watching what these folks are doing on the line, what these men and women are doing with food, it's pretty amazing to watch. I like to watch it.
If modern chefs are rock stars, then Sam Hayward is Bruce Springsteen. He's been the creative force behind Fore Street since it opened. Sam believes the Portland boom is due in large part to the fact that food fished and farmed in Maine just tastes better. Yes, he unapologetically believes that. And he remembers the day, almost 40 years ago now, that shaped his future.
It was the summer of 1981 when my longtime farmer, who still supplies us, Frank Gross, showed up at the back door of my Brunswick restaurant with this astonishing basket of vegetables, herbs, and salads right out of his garden, and I'd never seen anything quite like it. So that was the epiphany.
In Portland, you live and die by your ingredients.
We have a nice piece of beautiful trout up here.
So it only makes sense to forge relationships with the fishermen and the farmers, right? The farmers are well aware of this, and they're adapting their business models accordingly, as we'll show you tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow we visit Bumble Root Farm, among other places, and one of the restaurants that they serve, too. Fun fact here, too, there are more than 200 restaurants just within walking distance on the Portland Peninsula, and many more farther away if you don't mind a short drive. So
that's a lot of restaurants
coming up
for
tomorrow night.
that peninsula.
Yes, hundreds.